Welcome back to Predicting the NFL with Mickey G. First of all, I'd like to apologize for not having this out on Thursday or previous to Thursday. I was tired and didn't feel like doing it, so I didn't do it. But I'm doing it now. So yes, as you can probably notice, my hair is kind of wet and also probably frozen, but it's fine. So we're gonna keep moving forward. Well, last week I went 11-4, which pushed me over the 100 win thing, which takes my total to 108-68. So that's pretty cool stuff there. I was 2-1 in the special games this week, starting out with the upset of the week, in which I picked the Browns to beat the Bengals, and they did not disappoint. And since Hugh Jackson was recently hired by the Bengals, former players of him decided to have a little fun with him throughout the game. So at one point, after Andy Dalton was picked off, the defensive back gave the ball then to Hugh Jackson right after the play. It was very entertaining. So they absolutely annihilated the Bengals, and that was pretty good stuff. So now I am 7-5 in the upset of the week. Next is the crapfest of the week, which was the 49ers and the Buccaneers. And boy, was I wrong. Jameis Winston did not have any turnovers, which is very surprising for Jameis Winston. So that game I did not get right at all. The Buccaneers kind of annihilated that game. So that was kind of a disappointing thing there, which brings my total for the crapfest of the week to 7-5. And then the game of the week, ooh, that was a good game. The Seahawks at Panthers, a great game throughout the entire time, but finishes off with the man, myth, the legend, Sebastian Janikowski, kicking a nice old field goal to get the dub. So that was pretty epic, and which also takes the game of the week to 7-5. So I'm 7-5, all the special games, and that's pretty cool. Next on the list we got the Jaguars-Bills. Which is the most frustrating game of all time because, first of all, it starts out, right? Jaguars getting creamed. 14-0. Not doing well. Then Leonard's like, all right, squad fam, let's do this. He goes up there, boom, boom, 2 touchdowns. Now it's 14-14. They're about to score another one, right? Bortles yeets it up to my man's Dante Moncrief, catches it. It's close to the end zone, ends up not getting called a touchdown. But during that play, after this play, Leonard, who's not even on the field to begin with during this play, goes over there and starts fighting some dude, and then gets ejected from the game and is suspended for the next week. The Jaguars go on to lose the game, don't even score there because for once in his career basically, at Jacksonville, Lambeau misses a field goal, which was just crazy. And then they go on, the team's like, well, we don't have Leonard now, we gotta suck. They lose, and now Bortles is benched for Cody Kessler, and I am just not looking forward to this week of football. So yeah, also means that probably worse chances for Matt Barkley to start after Josh Allen's 100-yard rushing game because for whatever reason the Jaguars can't stop running quarterbacks. Next was the Colts-Dolphins, which was a very close game for a very long time, and I thought I was going to get this one wrong. And then the Colts decided, take it out in the end. Good job there. Next is the Patriots-Jets. Well, Josh McCown was playing quarterback, so that was pretty cool. But it didn't make that much of a difference in the second half. First half was pretty close. Then the Patriots were like, guys, this is the Jets, so let's do something. Then there was the Ravens-Raiders, and not surprisingly, Lamar Jackson was able to win against the Raiders. So that was fun. And then, shockingly, the Steelers decided to play horribly and just give away the game, basically, while also having the Broncos play their hearts out and losing. Next is the Titans-Texans. Started out a little close. The Texans were like, the Titans are trash, and they annihilated them. Chargers absolutely annihilated the Cardinals. The Bears were able to win with Chase Daniel at their quarterback against the Lions. Thanks to Matthew Stafford throwing 2 late interceptions to end the game, one of them for a touchdown. The Cowboys were able to come up with a win against the Redskins. Very, very exciting stuff there. The Saints beat up on the Falcons. The Eagles shocked the Giants after the Giants were winning by like 19-0 at one point or something crazy like that. Then they ended up losing 25-22 because they weren't able to finish the game. I picked the Giants. I was not very happy about this. And then the final game was the Vikings over the Packers. Vikings doing what they needed to get done to stop the Packers from winning the game. Congratulations, Mr. Cousins. So that's all for the recap. Let's move into the predictions. Well, the first game on the list is the Broncos at Bengals. Now, we just witnessed the Bengals being absolute garbage, and we just witnessed the Broncos being pretty good looking. Okay, Bengals have now lost Andy Dalton, and AJ Green's still like a day-to-day kind of like, I don't know if he's going to play or not thing. So I don't have much faith in the Bengals at all right now. And the Broncos are on a 2-game win streak now and looking pretty hot. So I think the Broncos were going to be the ones to win this game here. Next is our crap fest of the week. Now, there's not a lot of really bad games here. This is probably the worst. I don't know. But it's the Bills at the Dolphins. This Bills team coming off a win against the Jaguars. That should never have happened. The Dolphins team has been struggling a little bit, but they've played a lot better recently. Plus they have Ryan Tannehill back. So I think for sure the Dolphins are able to get the win here. Next is the Colts at the Jaguars. Now, Jaguars have been trash lately, and they're kind of making me want to, punch a wall. They don't have Leonard. They're starting Cody Kessler. No offense to Cody Kessler, but he's, I don't know, doesn't know the offense or something. But the Colts are obviously the better team here, and they're on fire right now. So the Colts are going to get the win. Next is our game of the week, the Chargers at the Steelers. Now, if the Steelers were away, I would probably pick against them. But since they're home, this makes it a lot more of a difficult decision. Chargers are playing pretty well this year. They can probably sneak in a wild card spot. And then there's the Steelers, who probably have the AFC North in the bag at this point because all the teams are kind of mediocre. But they've also been playing kind of poorly lately. However, both those games have been on the road. One of them in Jacksonville, which they struggled in a lot, and the other one in Mile High, which they've also struggled in a lot. So I feel like the Steelers, now they're back on home, Ben's going to be feeling a lot better, probably going to play a lot better. Steelers get the win there. Next is the Browns at the Texans. Texans are on fire. I would love to pick the Browns here, but I can't do it. The Texans are just too good right now. And they're at home in Houston, so I got to go with the Texans here. Next, we have the Chiefs at Raiders. The Chiefs are going to win this one unless they pull what the stupid Cowboys did on Thursday. The upset of the week is the Jets over the Titans. I'm doing this because I feel like Josh McCown is just going to yeet the ball as hard as he can to like probably Robbie Anderson running a streak, and they're just going to score a couple touchdowns off it, and it's going to be lots of fun. So, and I don't want the Titans to win, too. So, that's going to be fun. I don't know if that's going to go the way I want it to, but I hope it does. Next is the Ravens at the Falcons. The Ravens, they've been playing all right. The Falcons, once again. So, this is kind of the mediocre bird party. But I feel like the Ravens might have a little bit of more of a push here. You know, Lamar Jackson's going to be his third game starting. So he's going to have a little more under his belt. They might know what's going to work with him now and be able to game plan well and do that. So I'm picking the Ravens here. Next is the Vikings at Patriots. This is going to be another very good game. It's either between this or the Steelers game for the game of the week. But I feel like this could either be really one-sided or it's going to be an absolute, nail-biter. Now, I hope Kirk and my mans wins, but it is in Foxborough here. The Patriots are at home, and that's a difficult place to play. And the Patriots have been really well against teams with a winning record. So I feel like I have to go with the Patriots here. They just seem they're better in these kind of situations. Next is the Saints at Cowboys. Now, I picked the Saints, but that did not happen. So I get to start off the week with a nice 0-1. So that's good. Next is the Panthers at the Buccaneers. The Panthers been playing pretty well. They had a nice hard-fought battle against Seahawks last week. But the Buccaneers, on the other hand, Jameis Winston didn't throw a turnover. So he's probably going to throw 4 this week. So I'm going to go with the Panthers here. Next is the Bears over the Giants. Now, showing how the Giants could, lose a game in the final minutes or so doesn't quite surprise me. but it more like confirms that I'm picking the Bears here. Then there's the Rams, the Lions. The Lions, they just did the same thing basically that the Giants did last week too, and they're playing the Rams, who are even better than the Bears. So I feel like the Rams are going to win this one. Next is the Cardinals at Packers. Now the Packers have been kind of trash lately, but the Cardinals have been kind of trash for the whole season. So I feel like the Cardinals, definitely not the Cardinals. The Packers definitely have the advantage here, and they're going to be kind of ticked off with how they're playing lately, and they're going to go out there and they're going to get a dub. So congratulations to you guys. Then we have San Francisco at the Seahawks. San Francisco's been trashed. I picked them to win last week, and they disappointed me. The Seahawks have been kicking butt lately, and they're going for a playoff spot. So I feel like Russell Wilson brings his boys, and they go score some touchdowns. Finally, we have the Monday night game, the Redskins at the Eagles. Redskins lost my man Alex Smith. They're looking a little troubled. Chris Thompson might be back, but probably not, because screw my fantasy team, because I have him in like basically every league. And so then there's the Eagles, who were able to pull off a nice clutch victory at the end there. Carson Wentz is probably going to be like, hey, let's actually play good football now. And so I feel like they're going to go out there, they're going to beat the Redskins. So that is all for this week. I hope you enjoyed, and don't be mad at me for being a little late with the video. Thanks for watching, and as always, adios.